It's been nearly 2 weeks since I sprained my ankle and had a grade 2 ankle sprain. Essentially, that's what it turned out to be. The good news is 2 weeks later, 2 weeks and 1 day later to be exact, I am walking pretty much at 90% capacity. It's a very windy day today, guys, but I needed to get my walks in today. Definitely wanted to knock out some walk and talk videos. The good news is that I can finally walk about 90%, if not more, strength without wincing, without any tightness, um, and no gingerness. I've continued to have this epiphany ever since that I haven't suffered a significant injury given all the things that I do by way of martial arts, soccer. Uh, every now and then I'll still pull out gymnastics moves out of my hat, dancing, right? There's a lot of impact on my feet, on my body. This was the first injury I've suffered during training, and it was as simple as just like that. And it was my fault. I wasn't focused. I was distracted, and I've covered this before, but I didn't stretch enough for this, and this is why the injury popped off. But anyway, getting a grade 1, grade 2 ankle sprain is no joke. It's not that serious because you can still somewhat walk, but at the same time, it really it aligns you with how delicate life is. And so here I am, dreading my 10,000 steps and walking. When I say dreading, it's not like a bad thing, meaning like, oh, here we go, like the grind, right? Because doing this every single day is consistency. It requires you to show up. It requires you to be honest with yourself. And, frankly, you don't need anyone. This is your journey. You got to do this on your own. This is all about you versus you. And taking this day, right, taking these walks, compounding it, and doing it 365 days over the year. This is how you become the best version of yourself. So imagine if you were not able to walk again, and this is not a dig, I don't mean this ill will when I say this, but imagine if you were not able to walk, right? And you saw other people walking. And once upon a time, you were that person and you were able to walk, and you would say to yourself, I would give anything I could to be able to walk again, right? The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other and doing it 10,000 times every single day, I think it's magic, man. It makes you put walking into perspective. It makes you realize how powerful the human body is. And I take this for granted. I loosely talk about 10,000 steps, go out there and kill 10,000 steps, but I realize how intimidating this could be for people that haven't really done this. People that have been sitting back, cashed in on their chips and given up on their health. I realize how intimidating this could be for a lot of people, not wanting to walk more like it for the ones that can, the ones that can control their lives. There's tremendous benefits that come from walking just in general, right? I woke up this morning give you the real example, right? Again, clouded. I didn't sleep well last night. I probably didn't my eyes didn't I didn't get into the deep REM sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning last night. So kind of a rough night. And it's not that I went out, not that I went out to party, drink, or anything like that. Well, I should have now, minus the drinking. But I just had a bunch of racing thoughts. For some reason, yesterday, I had a lot of emotions that were, coming to surface because one of my boys is fighting a terminally ill condition, and he's in California. He's my right-hand guy. He's my ace. So he's on limited time. I have to deal with that. And when I think about all the sad things, that's why I struggled to sleep last night. And when I woke up this morning, I saw the weather, and the forecast was cloudy. So while it's still hot and warm, it's humid. You don't actually have the direct heat, right? So this gave me an opportunity to come out and say, hey, you know what? Let's knock out some videos. So here I am. By the time I'm done with this walk, I'll be probably at around 4 or 5,000 steps, which is half my daily, right? But I average about 12 to 13,000 steps every single day. The question I'm speaking to you now is, what are you doing over there, right? What are you doing with your life? Why haven't you moved? What's stopping you from taking action and putting your best foot forward and joining the journey, right? This is the least you can do. If you don't want to go to the gym, right? If you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to get in the car to drive a few miles, then stay home. But why don't you put on your shoes and go out and start walking? That's it. It's that simple, guys. The benefits outweigh your procrastination. And this is one of those exercises you can incorporate into your life seamlessly with zero stress, meaning that this is an activity that induces a lot of joy step by step, one foot in front of the other. And in the process, you clear your thoughts, you clear the brain fog, you're able to make better decisions. And right now, I'm walking in a fasted state, intermittent fasting. I'm walking in a fasted state. So it's already, yeah, it's already like 10:30 here. So I am well beyond the 14-hour mark in terms of my fasting window here. So by the time it's all said and done, I would have fasted for about, I think I plan to do about 16 to 18 hours today fasting. And this is a great benefit of walking just on an empty stomach. A lot of you have unhealthy relationships with food, and I urge you that when the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning on your path to getting lean, what you want to do is don't eat anything when you wake up in the morning. Just drink a lot of water. Drink water, sip water. If you want to go for a walk, I would knock out the walk first. Take a bottle of water with you and sip that with you as you're on your walks. You want to stay a little bit hydrated, but you also keep in mind if you're going for a long walk, you're going to need to pee, right? That's another thing, which is why right now I'm on a water fast. So what is a water fast? Is when I wake up in the morning and I know I'm going to go for an hour like this, going to be out and about. I don't even drink water, so I completely fast off all liquids right now, right? And I need to reset my stomach as well, my gut, because just this past week, I had some friends, extended family friends that visited me. Were visiting Las Vegas and put me as part of their plan. So we partied a little bit, and we had a night where I had a few beers, and I'm still recovering from that in terms of because it impacts you, right? And these were IPAs, and so I didn't drink a whole lot, but these IPAs are strong. I think a bottle is like 300-400 calories, and I had a few. I had probably four, right? So I probably burned through all of them anyway, but I just need to amp up. I can feel my body soft, just to soften up just a little bit. So I got to get there and reset. So this week is all about recentering my soul, my spirit. Party's over, right? Get back to work. And this is how I talk to myself. So I made a couple of videos about, the dialogue you're having with yourself internally could be holding you back. Whatever you're talking, however you're talking to yourself could be holding you back from being your best version of yourself. Whatever, so you have to fix that internal dialogue and start speaking this reality into your existence and really get out there and start putting in the work. And I promise you, this is one of those activities that gets better with time. It's not raining right now. Look at how windy it is. I could use any excuse, stay home, but I chose otherwise. This is very rewarding. I'm already in a good mood. The brain fog is cleared up in this last 10 minutes or so here. My blood flow is in motion. I have a light sweat, right? I'm giving you a running tally of what walking feels like, right? So feed off of my joy and tell me how many steps you're averaging, right? And I know that on my channel, I've had to pivot recently and mix up modern day times and modern day dating stuff, because it's important. That's equally as important to cover being at this age. That's called life experiences. So it's a little controversial, a lot of truth to it, Some points you can argue otherwise, but this is why YouTube, right? This is why it's YouTube, your tube, right? So why don't you walk and talk, document your journey, share it with your loved ones and family and fitness trainer, and start talking, right? This is therapy, man. This is therapy. YouTube has become therapy for me. So it's an outlet. It's an amazing outlet. I've been sitting on this for quite some time, and now I've found such a great flow. It's going to be hard to stop this momentum, right? So definitely conquering my 10,000 steps today. Just sharing some thoughts. Until the next video, guys, keep it moving forward. Okay, Mamba out.